What's up, everyone? Welcome to the DC Universe podcast. In this episode, we have a lot of cool stuff to talk about, so I'm just gonna get right into it. If you enjoy this content, though, please subscribe, like, and share this video. I would really appreciate it, and it would really help me out. And also, while you're down there, ring the notification bell because it keeps you guys notified whenever I post a video to this channel. So let's get into it. So, we are going to start off with a few Batman stories. So, first, as you guys know, or you should know, for Batman Part 2, Matt Reeves' version of a Batman with Robert Pattinson, right, um, is currently in pre production, which means castings and rumors and stuff are abound for this movie. And yesterday we got a rumor that very much excites me about Scarlett Johansson being in final negotiations for a role in the Batman 2. Now, what does this mean? It means she's probably going to be in the Batman 2. Now, what characters do I think she could be playing? Well, I have one main one that I think she would be perfect for. I really do. I really do, to the point where I have to sing it, that she would be perfect for it. So I think Scarlett Johansson is playing Andrea Belmont. Now, if you don't know who Andrea Belmont is, so Batman the Animated Series with the GOAT Kevin Conroy, rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. There was also a movie that was tied into the Batman Animated Series called Mask of the Phantasm. Mask of the Phantasm was basically the Batman Animated Series version of a year one Batman story. And what this story was Bruce knew Andrea Belmont from like her family was super wealthy, like Bruce's was, right? So Bruce and Andrea knew each other as like they knew each other, and there was romantic chemistry between them. Fast forward, Bruce becomes Batman, right? And before Bruce goes off to train, he has to end things with Andrea because he goes off and trains to become Batman, right? And so fast forward, Bruce is Batman. He finds out about this new villain that is killing mob bosses and things like that. And also, Bruce and Andrea have very similar stories because Bruce's parents were killed by criminals. Andrea's parents were killed by criminals. But like Andrea is very like she wants vengeance, but she doesn't have Bruce's no kill rule, right? So like she's going after these mob bosses, and it eventually culminates in her going after the Joker, because before Jack Napier was the Joker, he killed Andrea Belmont's dad. And through this story, like it dives into Bruce Wayne's psyche, and it also dives into to what to like it's a very very sad story for Bruce, right? Because once Bruce finds this out, that it's Andrea Belmont, somebody that Bruce had feelings for, it's very hard for him, but he takes her down. But she's a tragic villain and stuff like that. Now, as I always say whenever I cover these superhero things, I am a vocal nerd, I am a comic book nerd, and I am just an all around nerd, right? So for me, if they were to do Andrea Belmont, played by Scarlett Johansson, I think she would do a great job. Noah, why do you think Scarlett Johansson would be a great job? I don't point to Black Widow for this. I point to a little film that she won an Oscar for, I think, called Marriage Story, directed by Noah Baumbach, and starring her and Adam Driver. And like that to me shows her acting abilities to the best that her acting abilities have gone, right? So like, and if she's with Matt Reeves, like Matt Reeves gives his actors characters that you can really dive into and really grow with. Like look at Colin Farrell's Penguin, right? So like for me, I would love to see this. I hope this is true. Now, Andrea Belmont is my choice for who she probably is playing, but that's just my choice. So, yeah. What do you guys think about Scarlett Johansson being in final negotiations to join Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves in The Batman Part 2? Okay, now we're going to switch over to DC Universe stuff. James Gunn's DCU. So, we are going to go from Robert Pattinson to Brendan Sklenar. So, Brendan Sklenar just did an interview because he has a movie coming out with Sydney Sweeney called, I think it's called Cleaning Maid or something like that. And so he did this interview. And the interviewers asked him about Batman, because you guys know I've said this multiple times. James Gunn has said it multiple times. Matt Reeves has said it multiple times. James Gunn's version of Batman in his DCU is going to be different than Robert Pattinson's version of Batman in Matt Reeves' own continuity of Batman projects, right? So this Batman that we're talking about here is the Batman for the DCU that will interact with David Cornsworth's Superman, with Tom Reese-Harry's Clayface, and stuff like that. So he was asked by an interviewer, so there's a rumor going around that you're potentially in talks to play Batman or something like that. And he's like, I would love to play the character. I love that fans are fan casting me as this character. I love that fans are supporting me as this character. And then he says something really interesting. He says, I've been working on my Batman voice. So what that means, what this almost reminds me of like when Danson Idris, the guy who's probably going to be playing T'Challa in the MCU, right? Said something very similar to when he was asked about Black Panther, right? He's like, I would love to play the character. I'm honored. I would love to continue the legacy that Chadwick started and stuff like that. Brendan Sklenar sounds very similar, like the delivery of the lines and the things like that sound very similar to what Danson Idris was saying, except for a different character and um, and stuff like that. Because Brendan Glennar has been rumored for years, bro, to play this Batman and stuff like that. And first of all, I think he would be a great Batman. You guys know my top three choices for who I would want to play Batman are Jake Gyllenhaal, Brendan Glennar, and Jensen Ackles. So for me, I would love to see this. I would love to see him be Batman. I think he's the perfect age for Batman too. That James Gunn is the DCU is apparently doing, because this Batman is a Batman in his prime. I've said it multiple times before. I've said it to my best friend Evan LeBlanc. Shout out to my best friend Evan LeBlanc. Who, me and him are both massive superhero fans, right? And we're like, they should just give us Arkham Batman. Brendan Glennar would be a great Arkham style Batman. And if it is true, like, I don't know if the movie's changed, but if it's true that it's Brave and the Bold and you have Bruce with an already established Bat family, yeah, Brendan Glennar would be great as Batman. He would be great as Batman anyway, but like this version of Batman, he would be great as Batman, because he's played all the parts in different things. Like in 1923, he's especially in season 2, but even in season 1 you see it. He's very vengeful in that. Has a very he's very vengeful in that. He's very like, I want to seek vengeance. I want to seek justice. Like the justice part of it and stuff like that. And then for him playing a character like what the older version of Bruce Wayne needs to be, right? Who comes off as a playboy and stuff like that, and a very attractive, rich, but bachelor. He's played a character in this movie Drop that is great and is very Bruce Wayne type energy, right? And yeah, so that is why, along with a lot of other reasons, because I don't want to make this video too long, why I think Brendan would be a great Batman. And hopefully we get whoever James Gunn's Batman in his DCU is going to be announced very soon, and stuff like that. Now, let's talk about Man of Tomorrow Brainiac castings and stuff like that. So apparently there's a Brainiac shortlist of actors that James Gunn wants to play Brainiac. You guys know I've been saying since Man of Tomorrow was announced, I've been saying the villain is Brainiac because it makes sense, right? So one of the options, I don't have a whole cast list in front of the small cast list in front of me, but one of the options I really like. I really like it a lot. Like I really like this potential casting for Brainiac, Matt Smith. Now, Matt Smith has played the Doctor, or one of the Doctors in Doctor Who. He's played a character in Morbius, which wasn't very good, but Matt Smith is a great actor. Case in point, he was in House of the Dragon. You know who else was in House of the Dragon that's now in the DCU? Millie Alcock, right? Who plays Daemon Targaryen on House of the Dragon, you may ask? Matt Smith. Matt Smith would be a great version of Brainiac, And if he were to get the part of Brainiac, I would be very, 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 very happy, right? And things like that. So yeah, so what do you guys think about Matt Smith potentially playing Brainiac and stuff like that? And yeah, so next thing, we are probably getting a Supergirl trailer this weekend because it is CCXP right now. Basically Comic-Con for Brazil, right? The Comic-Con in Brazil. And there's news breaking every single day about like every superhero thing, right? Like yesterday, for example, they also dropped a Spider-Man Noir poster for the series that's coming next year, right? So I think we're gonna get this Supergirl trailer this weekend because the movie comes out June, I want to say 26th, right? It's either 26th or 27th, and I cannot wait for this movie. I think they got a great actress in the part. They cast Jason Momoa as the character, and I liked Jason Momoa's Aquaman. But for any nerd like myself, we all can agree that Jason Momoa should have always been Lobo. He was born to play Lobo, right? They cast Jason Momoa as Lobo, and stuff like that. And it's a very different take on Supergirl that we haven't seen before in live action, right? And stuff like that. And so yeah, and they got a great director behind it and stuff like that. So I hope we get a Supergirl trailer this weekend. If we do get a Supergirl trailer this weekend, you know your boy will be doing a video on that. And yeah, so that, and then my last fan casting, the last topic that I want to cover in this video is another fan casting. So you guys should all know that Wicked for Good is my movie of the year, right? I want a certain actress to play a Marvel character that I'm going to do a video on, probably at some point this weekend. But I also want Jonathan Bailey to play a certain DC Archer. Now, I think Jonathan Bailey would be a really, 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 really good Oliver Queen. I think he would be a great Oliver Queen. For me, the reason why I think Jonathan Bailey would be a great Oliver Queen, he's played all the elements of Oliver Queen before. He's played the intelligence of Oliver Queen. He's played the fiercely loyalness of Oliver Queen. He's played the hey, you screw with one of my friends, I will come after you of Oliver Queen. And he's played the sarcastic ladies' man that Oliver Queen is. And I think he would be a great Oliver Queen. Because Jonathan Bailey is still really, really, really young. Right? All things considered. He's still really, 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 really young. And, like, he definitely looks like Oliver Queen. And I could see him playing that and stuff like that. And I feel like this is my job, so I'm going to say it. If you haven't seen the Wicked movies yet, go see the Wicked movies. Like, even if you're not a vocal nerd like myself, you will enjoy the heck out of those movies. So yeah, thank y'all so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you guys, and thank you so much for all your support, and if you enjoy this content, please subscribe, like, and share, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you guys.